Holy shit. Sorry, I was setting up the broadcast and I wasn't paying attention when the game started, but this is a first story time. Sorry, I have to keep my voice low because I was asleep, but sorry for the background noise because my fan is on. But without further ado, let's get into the live commentary. So the first time I took acid, I was 13 or 14, something like that. I was in 8th grade. Yeah, so you know, yeah, I was 8 or 14, but regardless, I'm gonna just put 13 because you know, fucking clickbait. But yeah, I was in 8th grade, and my boy who I used to pick up from happened to be my neighbor. And we all knew each other. I had a couple neighbors, and we all smoke and all that shit. And I guess my one neighbor I was grounded, so I was playing PlayStation. He came over my house because I had chickens, and we would sell eggs. And my boy needed eggs for his mom because his mom was baking or something. And when he came over and I gave him eggs or whatever, and he's like, hey, did you hear that our other neighbor was he's got acid. I've been wanting to take acid ever since I was like 13, like when I first started smoking weed, because I was like, oh shit, it's probably fun as hell. And I was like, do you have any on you? And he's like, no. And he was like, I can get you some. And I was like, well, it's gonna be mad like sus if you come back just right after. So I gave him it was like, so what we did was I gave him $20, and he went and picked me up 2 tabs, and he said that he broke eggs when he was walking, like he dropped eggs, and I just gave him another dozen for free. So then I was going over to my mom's house since I would live with my aunt, and I was going over to my mom's house for the weekend. So she picked me up, or someone, yeah, she picked me up, and she brought me back to my grandfather's house. And that was around like 5 o'clock, and I figured like, oh well, she'll be back soon, whatever. So me and my grandfather were chilling, and and I had my backpack next to me with the 2 tabs of acid, and my boy, I'm sitting there, and it's just in my bag, and my bag's right next to me, and it's just like stalking me. I'm like, holy shit, like I really want to take this. My mom called me, and she's like, I'm not gonna be home until 9. I was like, well, fuck. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I took it out of my bag, went to the bathroom, posted a pic for Snap with the tabs on my tongue, took it. We're sitting down and we're watching a movie, Halloween. I thought it was like Mike Myers or whatever. And so I took a couple tabs of acid that I had, and that was around 6 o'clock. And it was towards like the end of the movie. I kept like in between the next hour, I kept going into the bathroom to see if my eyes would dilate, because honestly, that was the only shit that like I would be able to tell, like, oh my god, I'm tripping ass. And like I've watched videos on it prior to, and I was like, they just like told me to like tell myself that it's gonna be fun and like keep calm and shit and all that. So I'm like, alright, I got this, it's gonna be fun. I ended up not going in a bad trip, but we'll get into that. I think I hear someone. I don't know, but so we yes. So I'm sitting there, and about an hour goes past. It's like the end of the movie almost. And I go into the bathroom and I realize I'm tripping ass, because when I stood up, like it just hit me. Like I was like, holy shit, I'm like tripping balls right now. And he's like, so that movie finishes, and he's like, hey, are you hungry? For some reason, I was really fucking. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you want to get a pizza? And I was like, yeah, what kind? He hands me the menu, and I read out the menu out loud. I read it out loud. I'm like, pepperoni, cheese, meatball, salami, fish, or some shit like that. And I read it out loud, all of them, every single one, like twice in a row. And I was like, you know what, I think the meatball sounds good. I'm about to get killed. But yeah, he was like, nah, I'm gonna get my shit rocked. But he was like, so I read out loud, and he's like, you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So we watched another movie, Pizza comes, and oh my god. Shit, these people are annoying as fuck. But we, so we ordered the pizza. I take one bite out of it. And when I say, like, I don't know why this happened, but I just did not feel like eating. I took one bite and I was like, you know what, I'm good. And he just looked at me strange, because I was like, I used to be fat as fuck. And he knew I was the type of kid to eat a shit ton. So anyways, it's like 9 o'clock, my mom picks me up. And she doesn't know shit, so we pull into a gas station, and I'm like, she was like, do you want anything? I'm like, yeah, give me a Monster. And I'm sitting in the parking lot of the gas station. I'm just playing with the radio dial, and it's all staticky and shit. And then I plug in my aux, because she was taking forever. Fuck. But, yeah, so she's sitting in there. We're sitting in the parking lot, and I plug in the aux, and I start blasting music as loud as I fucking can, and this dude walks by, and he's like, you good, bro? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm on acid. And he's like, Jesus Christ, because I was like fucking 13 or 14 or whatever. But, so we pull up at her house, and, shit was so funny. I walk out of the car, and I instantly run upstairs, because to see my stepdad, because, like, he's chill with that shit, and it was funny as fuck. And I was like, yo, man, no, so I walk in, and, like, there was, like, some old chick, like, some grandma or something, like, who was on the side of the road. I guess he knew her, and, she was, her car broke down, so he fixed it for her and brought her back. And there's, like, candles are lit, because, like, he just likes candles. When I went in there, bro, the shit was so, I was so sketched out, I don't know why. And this is, like, the only part where I almost fell into a bad trip. Because I thought she was a skeleton. And shit was funny as fuck. I run back downstairs. Fucking, I see my mom's friend. And like he's like fucking, oh my god, this dude's funny as shit. And I saw him, I was like, yo, I'm on acid right now. He's like, no, you're the fuck you're not. And he was all hammered and shit. And I opened my eyelids and put my flashlight in my eyes, and I'm like, yes, I am. And my fucking pupils were like bigger, like there was no color in my eyes. And he was like, holy shit. So everything's chill now. Me, my stepdad, and my mom's friend. We're all chilling in the garage working on a car, since he does auto body. So we were in his garage working on it. And my mom walks over, and it's probably like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and I loved looking outside, because it was like all purple. It was like a purple night sky out and shit, and I loved it. And I'm talking to them, and he showed me, like, I guess, like, he showed this to me, like, when I was a kid, and I used to get really tripped out, but it was like a melting ice cream cone helicopter with an eyeball in it, and he made it out of, like, the dust in one of the cars or something. It was really trippy. But we're, yeah, so he shows me that, and I started tripping out. My mom walks in, and she really, I don't know if she cares or knows this. Well, no, she definitely knows, but I'm not sure if she was, like, pissed or anything. So, where's this chest at? I don't know, I only have one earbud in. I'm trying to, I don't know. But, so we're, my mom walks in the garage. These fucking dickheads, dude. So my stepdad is like, no, so her friend is like, Marcy, we go some fucking acid, man. And then my stepdad, he's like, nah, man, it's about the shrooms, you gotta keep it all natural. And my dumb ass is just like, cannabis. I don't know why the fuck I said that to this day, but it was funny as shit. And she just laughs, and she tells me to come inside, and I started yelling at her, and I was like, no, this guy's beautiful right now, I want to stay outside. And she was like, no, you gotta come in. I was like, fuck. So I go inside, and honestly, I probably would have done some really stupid shit if it wasn't for Comedy Central, because I was watching it was like the Ed something show, and then South Park for like the whole entire night. But besides the point, so she's like, are you hungry? And I'm like, yeah, I want some mac and cheese. She's like, Dom, you're 14, like you can make your own mac and cheese. I was like, no, I can't. She's like, I'll boil it in the noodles. Excuse me. She was like, I'll boil the noodles for you, but you gotta mix it all yourself. And I was like, alright. And so she boils the noodles, and it's probably 11:30 at this point. And so I put the cheese and the butter and the milk. I don't know how much I put in. I didn't even mix that shit. I just flipped it upside down, took a bite of it, and it was like raw noodles, and I got pissed. And it was in like this glass salad bowl. I fucking whipped the salad bowl at the wall, and it like shattered and shit. And my stepdad comes out of nowhere, and he knows I'm tripping ass, and he starts laughing his ass off. My mom's just like, Tom, what the fuck? And funniest shit ever. But yeah, so I ended up watching the Eric Andre show. That's what it was. I was watching the Eric Andre show in South Park, and it was just like repeats of the same shit. And I remember I looked at my phone the next day, and I was talking about like Abraham Lincoln is coming back from the dead or some shit. I don't know, fucking know. I couldn't understand what the fuck I was typing. But yeah, so we're all chilling, and I fall asleep. I was trying to fall asleep, but I couldn't. Like my body wouldn't let me. I don't know. And so I'm chilling there, and I fell asleep, and I woke up around like 8:30 the next day, 9 o'clock. Fucking, I wake up and I'm still tripping ass, and this is going on like 14, 15 hours now. First time I've ever done it, and I thought it was only supposed to be like 10 hours, 8 hours or something. But it only lasted for like another 10 minutes, thank God. And after that, smoked a blunt, and got a McChicken from McDonald's, and went on with my day, man. Just kept it true, kept it real. But yeah, so that was the first time I took acid. It's fucking great. If you guys would like to see any more story times, comment below. I've taken LSD at school. I've taken shrooms. I can talk about my first time smoking weed. I can talk about really anything. First time taking Molly. I don't just to warn. I don't necessarily condone. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing right now, but I don't condone the use when you're that young, because like that shit's fucked, like high key. I don't condone the use probably under the age of 18, because like that shit's fucked. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I've turned out bad. I mean, I'm fine, but I don't know. I just feel like it's more of a maturity standpoint rather than a sort of age, like time in comparison, if that even makes sense. I don't know. Just there's a time and place to do everything, man. That definitely was not the right time, but it was fun as shit, and I don't regret it one bit. But yeah, if you guys want to subscribe for more like this, if you want to. But yeah, I know this is probably a really shitty video, but I don't know. Just one of my experiences. I'll probably redo this video after a while if I gain a better following base. But oh, did you like that aim? But yeah, so I think that'll be it, guys. Yeah, just comment whenever you want another story time. I can talk about my first time stealing a car. Not stealing, but like taking a car, driving around with one of my friends illegally. Obviously, he wasn't really stealing. He more like stole it from his mom, but like he was chill with it. I don't know, it was weird. And yeah, I think so, guys. Peace.